Well, welcome to the Money Tip Podcast presented by Fully Funded Life. My name is Joe Sangl, and we're committed to helping you each and every Monday with some right now relevant practical money tips to help you, yes, you, live your fully funded life. You may have heard that phrase before. Maybe it's the first time you've ever heard it. You stumbled across the podcast. Fully funded life, we define it as being able to do exactly what you've been put on earth to do, regardless of the cost or the income potential. Now, listen, I want to make sure that we help you win with your money. And this includes many different aspects of your financial decision making and different aspects of how money works. Today, in this episode of the podcast, I'm going to work on a topic that is not everybody's favorite, but it's wildly important. And that, my friends, is insurance. Now, you might be working out. You might be driving your car. You might be listening to this in the background as you clean your house. But no matter how you're listening to it, I think it's very important that you just kind of think about where are you at with your insurance? When is the last time you've thought about your insurance? You know, insurance is one of those things, I've heard people say it's one of those things you never want to think about until you need it. And it's one of those things that you buy and you hope you never have to use it. But that's why we have insurance. Things happen. And so I'm going to talk about maybe 3 different types of insurance in today's episode of the podcast. And I'm going to challenge you to take some next steps with this. I first want to start with talking about home and auto insurance. Now, if you own your home, we're talking about homeowners insurance. If you rent the place that you dwell, the domicile that you occupy, then you need renters insurance. Let me explain that really quick. Homeowners insurance covers the dwelling and your contents. But if you are renting a place where you stay, an apartment, a house, a condo, a townhome, whatever that might be, then your insurance, you can't get insurance on the dwelling, and the landlord, the person who owns that place that you rent, they cannot have insurance that covers your stuff. Renter's insurance is how you protect the contents that you own. So if you think about the cost to replace your TV, a laptop, especially if you have an Apple laptop, maybe an iPad, your iPhone, stuff that might get burglarized, something that could burn, then you need renter's insurance. So when I say home, if you're a homeowner, think homeowner's insurance. If you're a renter, think renter's insurance. So home and auto insurance. And I want you to think about this question. When is the last time you got new insurance quotes? When you think about that for a minute, maybe you're just smiling and saying, you know what, I just did that. But here's the thing that is true for many people. You have not got new quotes for years, maybe even a decade or longer. In fact, you have insurance with somebody that you purchased insurance from for years ago. Maybe it's from a friend, and you have insurance and it's never been a problem. You've never had to use it. That's awesome. But here's what I know. When I watch all my favorite sports teams, which they primarily lose right now, my Colts, my Indianapolis Colts, we were really good for a decade and a half. We had Peyton Manning. We went to 2 Super Bowls. We won one of them, lost one of them, but I was okay because Purdue's Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints won that one. We were really good, but now we're really bad. Like Colts stands for count on losing this Sunday. That's what Colts stands for. But when I watch my Colts primarily lose lately, maybe this year will be a better year. There are insurance advertisers. There's Geico. There's State Farm. Have you noticed that State Farm advertises heavily in college football as I watch my Purdue Boilermakers play, as I watch my other alma mater, Clemson Tigers play? It's State Farm. There's Allstate. There's Nationwide is on your side. There's We Are Farmers. Say it. Bump, 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 bump. Right? You memorize them, right? Liberty Mutual, the Limu, Emu, and Doug. Right? You've heard all these things. Think about that. What do they all say? If you sign up with us, you're going to save $500 to $700. Why is that? Because they all know that we don't wake up thinking about getting new insurance. It doesn't even make it on our top 20 list of things we need to do, right? Like it's somewhere above, right? Getting a shot, or an IV put in, and it's somewhere below getting hit upside the head with a 2x4. That's where somebody usually places getting new insurance quotes. But you need to get new quotes because insurance companies know this and they start increasing the rates. Many times, if you have a mortgage, your homeowner's insurance is included in the escrow and you don't even really notice it. You just notice that your payment went up a little bit every year because it's divided by 12 and they'll get you for $50, $100 a year more and you won't even notice it hardly. But here's what I know. The reason why all those insurance companies can say, if you go with us, you'll save $500 to $700 is because they're all playing the same game. They're giving you a cheap rate to attract you. And then in the second year or so, they start cranking rates, knowing that they've got you and you're probably not going to switch for several years. And so I encourage you to get new quotes every 2 years. Get new quotes every 2 years. And here's the key. Bundle them. Bundle your home or renters with your automobile insurance. You will save generally up to 30%. Now, Geico says, bundle and save, 15 minutes or less could save you 15% or more. Well, you already know that, right? But when you get these 3 quotes, I encourage you to get these 3 quotes from 2 of them from name brand companies. So State Farm, Nationwide, Allstate, Geico, whoever they are, Liberty Mutual, Farmers, get 2 quotes from name brand companies and 1 from an independent company. What is an independent company? Well, these are companies that don't do a whole lot of advertising. They work through independent insurance agents. That's their method of distribution of their insurance. They are still fantastic companies. They just choose to market to those distributors instead of marketing through the public channels. And so companies like Travelers, Selective, Cincinnati, Mutual of Omaha, a lot of them, the Hartford, they tend to go through these independent insurance agents. So you can just Google IIA, Independent Insurance Agents. There's a special logo they have. Maybe we can just put it up here so you can see that. But here's the keys. When you're getting your quotes, make sure you think about a couple things. Don't tell them what you're paying right now. Many times the way they slyly try to get a better deal from it or not give you the best deal is they ask you to send a copy of your current insurance policy to them. Well, they want to know that so they can see what type of coverage, so they can quote similar coverage. But also, a lot of times it includes the premium. So don't tell these companies what you're paying right now. And make sure you consider increasing your deductible. When you increase your deductible, well, your risk increases, right? If you increase your deductible on your car from, say, $500 to $1,000, you have taken on $500 more risk. Well, that is less risk for the insurance company, so they will reduce the premium because they have less risk. And if you think about it, if the premium, the annual premium for your car insurance goes down $400 a year by increasing the deductible $500, well, you have to drive a little over a year with 0 accidents, 0 claims to win the bet of the risk that you've taken on, that additional risk. So consider increasing the deductible. As you climb the ladder, increasing the deductible is much more accommodated because you have a fully funded emergency fund. And I do encourage you, get quotes online. You can call people. That's awesome. The old-fashioned telephone call still works, but you can get quotes online. In fact, we have a link through our website at I Was Broke Now I'm Not, where you can click on the next steps area and under insurance, and you can fill out your information. And let me tell you, in 15 minutes, you're going to get 15, 30 phone calls and emails with quotes. Now, listen, that's a lot easier than making a bunch of phone calls, but you do need to be aware if you fill out a form online, they're going to call you. That's awesome because you can regulate your phone calls, which ones you answer. You can regulate your emails and read them when you have time. And guess what? 15 minutes or less, you're going to find out will indeed save you 15% or more on your car insurance. and on your home insurance or renter's insurance. It just may or may not be with Geico. So, hey, we really do encourage you to do that. Get new quotes, do it today, and save a bunch of money. So, hey, if you like this tip, if you like the Monday Money Tips, make sure you subscribe. Click the link. Make sure you hit subscribe and leave a comment. If you're watching on YouTube or on any of our social media platforms, leave a comment. When you go get your new quotes, how much money did you save? We want to hear it. You know why? Because money saved on insurance helps you free up money to go live your fully funded life. Have a great week, everybody.